Hey, what's up guys, back with another video, and I thought in between all the MPC Live 3 talk I'd do something a little different. In the meantime, I figured I'd do a video on one of the better groove boxes that I enjoy. I think that this DIGITAKT II is a really good slept on groove box. When it comes to drum programming, this here, I mean, you can't beat it. It's one of the best in my opinion. And they gear it toward electronic producers and stuff like that, but I think any producer or creative person could really do some really amazing stuff on this DIGITAKT II. Somebody on the channel has said they had just got the DIGITAKT II and they were kind of confused and up in the air if they should get rid of this and get the MPC Live 3. I said, well, I can't really tell you what to do, but in my opinion, I think you should definitely hold on to the DIGITAKT II and maybe get the Live 3, maybe work them together. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I'm going to kind of go over some commands that you need to know if you're interested in picking this up, just so you can kind of get a feel as to what this box does and what it can do. It's, as I said, it's super fun to use, easy, it's compact. As you can see, it don't take up a lot of room on your desk, and the step sequencer is it's perfect. It's perfect in my opinion. So let's start from the beginning with this. So for starters, you always have your metronome. You want to turn your metronome on and off. You're going to hold tap tempo and hit yes, or no to turn it off. And as you can see on the screen, it says metronome on. You hit yes, or you could turn it off by hitting no. Hold tap tempo, yes. Hold tap tempo, no. There's actually another way you can do that as well. You can turn your tap tempo off also by going into tap tempo and turning this E knob here. You'll see at the bottom left corner, it says Metro, and you can turn it on there, on and off there, like so. To access your trig modes, you hold function, hit up, and you can see your trig modes here. Trig mode for tracks, velocities, retrigs, slices, preset pool, all that good stuff there. And you can actually hit up, or you can hold function and hit down. Either one is going to take you into your trig modes. So if you're playing a track and you want to access any of these tracks silently, for instance, I'm hitting this kick here. If I want to access that silently, I'm going to hold track and I'm going to hit it. And that's how I can access it. Hold track, hit the snare, or the hi-hat rather. So I'm going to hold track and select any of the tracks that I want to trigger silently. To enter the preset screen, I'm going to hold function and just toggle this level data wheel here at the same time. And that'll take me directly into the preset screen. If I want to audition any of these tracks here in the preset, I can just hold function and hit yes. And if I want to back out of there, function no, and it'll take me back to the regular screen. If I have a sample in here and I want to get to the waveform of that sample, all I have to do is just hit arrow down and it's going to take me to the waveform of that sample. Again, if I have a sample that I want to see the waveform, I can just hit arrow down and it's going to take me directly to the waveform, the trim, or do whatever I got to do. When I want to back out of here, I can just hit source and it'll take me back to the main screen. Also, while I'm at it, if you're in that sample or waveform, you can also just hit up and it'll also take you out of the waveform. So to get into the waveform, I just hit the down key, and if I want to get out of the waveform, I can either hit source or I could just hit up and that'll take me back to the main screen. So there's several record modes in the DIGITAKT II, and let me just show you how to access all the record modes here. So to enter the live record mode, you're going to hit record plus play, like so, and you can see that this is the live record mode. To exit this record mode, you can just hit play like that. And you also have grid mode. So if you want to enter grid mode, you just tap record like that. And then you can see your notes. So if I hit, for instance, let me back out of that. If I have this kick here and I want to see the notes or wherever the kick, what notes or what steps the kick is on, I'm going to just hit record. That's entering grid mode. And right here, I have my kicks. And I can put them in. If I want to get out of this mode, I can just hit record again. You'll probably never use this mode, but I just want to point it out because it is there. So to get into standard jump mode or standard step record mode, you're going to hold record and hit stop. And you'll see it at the top. It says step record standard. There's another mode to this called jump record or jump step record. To enter that mode, you're going to hold record and hit twice. And now you can see it says step record jump. And to get out of that mode, let me just show you. You just hit record and it'll take you out of step record mode. Now, I'm not going to go into what that mode is about in this video because it is tricky. It's a tricky mode, but it does serve a certain purpose. And I'll do a video on the step recording if that's what you want to see or that's what you want to do. But I just wanted to show you how to get into it. But most times you're just going to use standard record mode, which is record, play, or the grid record mode, which is just record. Now there's a mode in the DIGITAKT II for perform mode. So that's for performances, of course, when you're performing live and you want to do some things and you don't want to necessarily mess up your pattern or your save pattern. So there's a mode called perform mode. So to get into perform mode, you're going to hold function and perform, and you'll see it say perform kit equals on. And you'll also see a little P next to the untitled. So now when you're performing, you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, and you won't mess up anything. You won't mess up anything because you'll be in perform mode. So that's what perform mode is. And to get out of it, you're gonna hold function and hit it again, and you'll see it say perform kit off. Now let's say you did a performance and you like it and you want to save it. You can save that performance kit. So to do that, you hold perform and you hit yes. Let's go back into performance mode and you hold perform, you hit yes. Then it will allow you to save that performance kit, whatever you did. As you can see here on the screen, it says save kit.